Hi everybody, welcome to episode 2 of Friday Night Drinks in Coruña. We're back, and what was your catchphrase?
Catchphrase to begin, start all this shit. Let's fly.
Let's fly. So Humberto's big idea this week, it took him 7 days to come up with it, was the catchphrase, let's fly. And we are going to fly. We are going to fly. Hopefully you're enjoying the increased visuals that we've got today. We're using some different cameras, so give us some feedback on that. Let us know what you think of that. But today, make it make sense Coruña. Guys, the theme is things about Coruña life that just don't make sense. I mean, they might make sense to Humberto because he's from Coruña. To everybody outside of Coruña, maybe less sense. So we're going to pick on maybe 2 or 3, 4 things that we know from our lives here that really don't make sense. And I'm joined by Gabriel, I'm joined by Humberto, I'm Tom. We're going to have some guests coming in and out as usual, talking to us. We're in Pio Pio bar in Monte Alto. If you want to come down, obviously, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Now, before we start, can we take a look at that beautiful banner that we have
Yes.
below us?
Stephen Colbert
So-
still have this one.
So, enough with Colbert, please. So, Tom spent the last 6 to 7 days designing this banner and trying to make it right, to make it perfect. And I believe he succeeded. I really like this banner. It
We like our
represents what we are doing right now. So hopefully you like it. And you said we have some topics to talk about, right?
We do. Well, I've just mentioned we're going to be talking about, some of the stuff that really doesn't make sense about Coruña life. So, Humberto, before we go into that, we want to do a little news segment each week. A little something we've seen, maybe on like some of the, by the way, I always get ridiculed for calling it Quince Mill. I don't think it's called Quince Mill, the news site, is it? It's like Quince Hill or something.
Well,
But I
there
call
is-
it Quince Mill.
Yeah,
It's not
there's a
Quince Mill,
news, a media account called 15,000 or 15,000, as it's pronounced here. But it sounds really beautiful when Seema, Tom's partner, she pronounced with a beautiful British accent, Quince-Mill. So let's call it Quince-Mill by today's show.
And me and Humberto and I, got my English correct, we've both been a bit sick this week. Gabriel is the only healthy one left standing, so we'll hope for the best and expect the worst. We'll do our best.
I'll be fine.
But anyway, bit of news, right? This week in Coruña, which just shows you how big a news week it's been. By the way, there's been terrible weather, storms here. Somebody actually who's back in Britain, called Lucy, if you're watching this, Lucy, said to me the other day, said, "Oh, it's been terrible weather in Britain. I bet you're enjoying the sunshine in Spain." I'm like, guys, Galicia, it rains, but the last 4 or 5 weeks, it really has rained. Like every day has been hardcore rain. And I don't just mean showers, I mean storms, high winds, proper rain. Of course, we're right next to the sea here, which I love. I absolutely love being right next to the sea. When it's terrible storms and bad weather, really, and you live high up, a lot of the flats here high up, I live in a high up flat, it's pretty hardcore. So that's this week. And one of the things that happened this week was a group of about 50 surfers went down to Orzán, which is one of the beaches here, to protest that they weren't allowed to surf when there's a weather warning. Any thoughts, guys?
Sorry, but I agree with the order. I don't have any problem with that. Sorry for the surfers, but I mean, for me, it's like, if I understand properly, it is bad weather. You have prohibited to be in the beach. I don't see that as a problem. I mean, safe place to practice any sports, that's the minimum requirement. If not, in my case, I have zero interest, but they don't think so. That's pretty interesting. I would like to see the opinion of a person that was there in the podcast, maybe next time, if they could keep continuing doing this. But I don't know. It's I assume that they believe that they can manage the situation. That's the reason, because they are going outside. But I don't know.
I was quite surprised.
I am not a surfer, so maybe that's because I can't see the point of all of this.
I mean, I was quite surprised though, no, that they thought that they thought it would be a good idea for them to go down and surf when it's an orange weather warning.
Well, first of all, let me first say that how cool is to have a group of surfers from Coruña and neighboring communities gathering and demanding something. It's not something that you see every day.
True.
So usually surfers are very relaxed and laid back, but they are making their voice loud and they are demanding something that they believe they deserve. So during bad weather conditions, all the beaches, did I pronounce that word? I always struggle to pronounce this. Todas las playas are closed to everyone. So you can't even step in the sand. What they are trying to do is saying, hey, I am a seasoned and experienced surfer. I can deal with waves. I can deal with high winds. I can deal with the currents going, unexpectedly moving.
That's the same thing that a guy that is drinking, I can manage the car, when you're driving, and it's like, maybe you think you manage, but maybe not. Obviously, it's not the same because we are talking about that you are talking about a drug, this alcohol, and your ability, your skills, they are not the same. And we are talking about on sport, that it's, your skills. But even there, it's like, you're pushing more than you should when you are sharing with everybody that complain. I don't know. I don't see. I mean,
do you agree that with this kind of tides that we are having recently, because of the weather, the surfing gets very exciting, right? They have, better waves. They have more waves than usual.
He's just doing this to wind you up. No, he is.
I don't know what you're doing, but so
I
agree with
think
the
that's
surfers.
crazy.
But at the same time, if someone dies, it's on the administration, it's on the junta. So they are in their, I believe, their best interest to just ban everyone from going to practice water sports during this kind of weather.
But there is no sense that you are with this weather, you are prohibiting anyone to walk in the beach, walking near to Paseo Marítimo, because we had experiences here that people, they were putting a line, don't cross the line, they cross the line, and then the police have to help them, and was pretty dangerous. Nobody had any harm, but they destroyed part of Paseo Marítimo, the bad weather, 1 year. So it's like, we have to be careful. We were learning from this. Again, could be nice to have the voice of people for this special surfer, that we are not, as far as I know. I know you guys, but me, no. And again, safe is one of the requirements for me in order to practice any sports. Obviously, there are sports that they are peril there. I mean, you go to a mountain, climb a mountain, it's peril there. But even with that peril, it's like there are certain levels.
Right. So one thing that I completely agree with the junta. Junta is called the administration, the local administration is called junta. With
Regional. The local is the council.
The regional administration, which is not local, it's regional. It's called junta with an X. So I agree with them. If someone dies, it's on them. If they need to rescue someone with bad weather, it gets very risky for the firefighters, for the helicopter, for the crew that's going to recover the strangled surfer. So I believe they need to find just a middle point. Maybe, I don't know, make them sign a waiver or get an extra insurance. I don't know.
I think we are getting, because of you, sponsorship for surfers. I think we are this far to get it.
Well, I just got a message that they are putting money into this podcast as long as the guy from Coruña is not there anymore.
Thank you very
No, we can't do that. We've got to keep Humberto.
We don't need your money, guys.
Yeah,
No.
we don't want
We
it.
need to get rid of Humberto, unless it's a good amount of money. But
Humberto, have you found a wife this week?
Okay, that's no topic here. You are going there, I'm going there.
But
So
you were married last
the
week.
title of the show today is Make It Make Sense, Coruña. So I want to make it make sense that Humberto's single. Look at him, he's a beautiful man. Make that make sense, Coruña. Make that make sense.
Okay,
So-
we can move on with the rain. because
Rain.
about
Make it make sense Coruña rain. Let's
Rain.
focus on
Yeah,
rain.
rain
How
will-
much rain is there in Coruña, Humberto?
too much for me.
It's always
When I'm
raining.
from here, I guarantee you that's too much that we are suffering. Everybody's suffering. I mean,
Let's just be clear. In Galicia, it usually rains quite a lot during the winter months. You can expect to be rained on. So if you're watching this and you live somewhere and you're thinking of moving to Coruña, trust us when we say it is not like the south of Spain. In northern Spain, you're going to see a lot of rain. One thing I will say is, and you guys may have different views on this, I think we talked about this last week, maybe. But anyway, it's not grey here. It doesn't get grey compared to like north of England, where it's literally a hanging dark grey cloud with drizzle. It's not like that here. It's usually quite light and bright, even when it's raining. And often here, you have showers. You have really hard showers for maybe 20 minutes, half an hour or something. Then you get a little bit of an interval, and then you might have another shower again. So it's a really weird sort of weather pattern that you get here. And in the summer, you do get a proper summer. You will get a proper summer. You will get a couple of months where the weather's pretty sweet. But in the winter, yeah, it's going to rain a lot. Everyone's going to get really wet.
But you know what I like about the Coruña lifestyle is that people usually they don't care about the rain. Like,
Yeah, they don't.
unless of course, like this season it's been like extremely rainy and windy, but in general the rain is not bad enough to disrupt the plans, the gatherings. Things can still happen. Things usually happen in Coruña. People, and the rain is part of what it's always been part of Coruña, and people are super used to that.
one of the interesting things, not only from Coruña, you can notice in Coruña, but in Galicia, it's that in Monte Alto it could be raining cats and dogs, but if you are going to my area, Cuatro Caminos, La Fuente de Cuatro Caminos, when Deportivo is celebrating the winnings, Riazor no, it's Fuente de Cuatro Caminos, it's a different place, near to Corte Inglés. So, you see how the weather can change, and it is more or less the same idea. We talk about more in Galicia rather than in the city that you're feeling a bit, the different weather, microclimate, because when it's raining cats and dogs here, or maybe in Vigo, it's a bit lighter or maybe stronger. I mean, maybe it's raining here, in Vigo more, here it's raining a bit hot, in Vigo it's even hotter. So that's an interesting thing that not everybody knows about Galicia. It is like raining cats and dogs. For example, we have Orense, that it's really, really inside a place that is pretty hot in summer, like Andalusia. So if you miss and you want to suffer the hot weather that you have in the south, you can come here, and you have different places near one to another, like Orense, Vigo, Lugo, Coruña. And you can enjoy all these different places with all these different things in terms of the weather, plus the meals and plus the people.
One of the things that I agree with Gabriel is that it doesn't matter what the weather conditions, people are always out and about here. They don't seem to use umbrellas a lot. I don't know why. It's really weird.
It is, yeah.
But they don't. And yeah, it's like I said, it's mainly
The
showers.
umbrella is our friend. I mean, this was disagreement. A glass was broken. No one was. Yes.
People are very excited about this podcast.
So the rain's one. What else have we got?
The rain is
I'll
one,
tell you-
and as long as you like layer up, like you're wearing like different layers, you're wearing a raincoat, maybe an umbrella, you're fine. You'll be fine. So what's next? You'll be
well, we
fine.
said about late starts. So one of the things I wanted to talk about is how when you walk out in Monte Alto, for example, in Coruña. Okay, so if you walk out at say 8:30, so let's say you walk around Manchester or Liverpool at 8:30 in the morning. Okay, it's going to be literally packed with cars, with people. Shops might be opening or already open.
Sorry to interrupt you. Sorry, pretty important. Remember to subscribe to the channel, give like, share. the bell, just click it because helps you to know when we are with the new program and comment. Okay,
Yeah.
don't WhatsApp. us, just
Umberto,
comment.
it's great.
Please.
It's great that you came in with the subscribe segue halfway through the first thing I've said in the last 20 minutes. So thank you for that.
Sorry.
Hey, Tom,
This is live,
tell us
this is
about
live.
tell us about live in Manchester.
So
Especially at night.
as I was saying, the
But
subscribing is
first,
important.
don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like and share because I mean we're doing this. We're good friends.
Yeah.
We are trying to create a podcast for having fun, also for you in a different language. Tom will be speaking in Spanish very soon, and
I can.
but what's really important is to know how's life in Manchester.
Well, anyway, as I was saying, so in Manchester and Liverpool, the city, 8, 9 in the morning, it's really busy. Here, life doesn't really start, and then you have these weird intervals between like 10 and 11 where everybody's just floods the streets. Then you'll have like another one at like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock or something where it's just like really weird times. Then you'll have like 1 o'clock where it's dead and there's nobody there. Then you'll have like 4 o'clock when it's dead. Then 5 o'clock, everyone's out. 6 o'clock, everyone's out. Then it'll go quiet again. Then at 9 o'clock, everyone's out. So I don't understand it. I don't get it. Late starts, I mean, Sunday here is dead. Like nobody, all the shops are closed. Everything closes on a Sunday. It's like Britain in the 1960s or something. Everything's closed. Nobody's around. They just about have internet, but there is nothing you can do on a Sunday apart from have a massive family dinner. So if you don't have a family, you might as well just be alone and just like wander the streets alone because there's nothing else to do. Now I say that as a real negative. Actually, there's positives to that because no, it is quiet. It's a nice sort of day where you expect and you know that the whole city is going to shut down. It's quite a nice thing, whereas it's not that 24-hour culture that you have in lots of other countries where it's on 7 days a week, 24 hours. Shops actually close here. Sunday actually closes here.
Because we respect the rights of the worker to rest.
Dios. Well, there's a thing. Here's a fun fact about the late starts. Apparently, around 1940, Franco decided to align the Spanish time zone with Germany. So instead of being 8 p.m., it's now 9 p.m. That's why the dinner usually starts later here in Spain, and especially in Galicia, which is the westernmost part of the peninsula. We get maybe the how do you call late sunsets too? So people are used to have dinner later on.
Yeah, 10:30. Some people
Exactly.
try on midnight, but they rather than no.
I don't know how people eat
Right,
at 11
but
o'clock.
then there's a thing with the restaurants because restaurants open again at around 8 to 8:30 p.m. But the kitchen it closes usually around midnight, if not sooner. So at the same time, most of the Coruñeses, is that the word?
Yeah,
Is that the
yeah.
term?
Coruña.
People in Coruña.
Sí.
They tend to have dinner around 10 p.m. So the window for the kitchen to be at full capacity is just for about an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes. So it's a very intense and small period of time.
Yeah, but it's it's like the prologue from a story, because when we are going out, it's different from England. It's like we're going out late, so we are having dinner late, so we start after dinner the party. So it's like you have that, and then we are having the party until 9 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock, depending. I mean, it's not everybody. I mean, people believe that all the Spaniards are party, party, party. Me, no, not everybody. I mean, it's.
What time do you eat dinner?
Okay,
Well, you
he's
doesn't
he,
eat, so it's-
yeah, that's the point. I mean, this entire podcast is
About finding your wife.
no, yeah, no, yeah. That's the point. This entire podcast, all the topics, believe me, in the following podcast is like a hidden message to just spoil my life, spoiler about all my life, all my little things. Why I'm saying this? It's simple because they didn't see me having dinner only. I mean, Daniela, it's a woman that you are meeting in one of the programs. I mean, it's on number 5.
Okay, don't
6.
yeah,
But the
keep on
point
the
is,
topic.
they didn't see me eating dinner only 5 times. Little thing. I mean,
I've never seen you eat dinner.
exactly. So, I am no. The other way, no. That's
So
is the
just
camera.
walked in.
We have
Right.
a potential guest that she didn't realize about the camera. Well, yeah, the meetup is. Yeah. Why do you need a heavy dinner? For me, it's impossible. I mean, for me, there is no purpose. Pizza, rasso, meat. I mean, heavy meals all the time. What's the purpose of that? That's my question for both of you, because I know you both are doing that. You are doing that. You are crossing in front of the camera. Thank you very much, Alex. Don't do that, camera. Camera, please, camera. Thank you very much.
I think
okay,
you
Carmen.
can do whatever
Carmen,
you
that
want.
she is speaking.
Feel
Sorry
free.
for this. We have cameos that they are not cameos. Sorry for this. We are editing this. This is live. This is a problem. They are not professionals. We are the professionals. We are the stars. We are the goats. The goats are back. Sorry.
You are stressing everybody.
Yes.
here,
Sorry.
Why? Are you sick or something?
Yeah, that too.
That too?
Yeah, always. Yeah, why do you need heavy dinners? That's my question.
I don't need heavy dinners.
But
at
you
all.
haven't heavy dinners.
Yes,
I saw
of
you
course.
with
What's
heavy
this
dinners.
obsession
Once
with
a
heavy-
week.
Why do you
Heavy
keep shouting
dinners.
heavy dinners?
Go ahead,
What
Humberto.
is a
Okay.
heavy dinner?
Let's-
Your version
let's
of a heavy
try this.
dinner is a sandwich.
Nah,
Yeah,
yeah, for
and
me.
that's-
And
I've
that's
seen you
fine.
eat more
That's
than-
perfectly fine.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I have no issues with having a light dinner or no dinner at all. I don't have any issues with you, but what I don't like
got
is that
loads of issues with
you put the excuse of I'm not eating anything to just not coming with us to have fun, and it has happened sometimes because we like you and we want you around because we have a good.
Oh
a good
yeah,
time
but
with
sometimes I am not available. Sometimes I am tired because
Oh, there you
there
go.
are weeks and
Yeah,
weeks.
you can be tired, but
Yeah, and there are weather and there are things that I have to work. But as you say, it's not an issue. I really like, and I always very thankful for all of you allowing me to go with you, enjoy, and spend really nice time.
I'm going to make a point that for me, I actually get used to it. So for me, it's like you get used to everybody eating late. Although in recent times, I've actually been doing a fasting diet. So I've actually been eating between certain hours. So I actually have to have my last meal by like 6, 7 p.m. So this whole eating late thing, I don't even do it unless it's a special occasion in a restaurant or something. But before, when I was, you do get used to it, but it is weird because I mean, 6 p.m. I'm starving hungry. I don't know how you do it. I'm starving hungry by 6 p.m. I don't know how. 7 p.m. I'm starving. I'm absolutely really hungry, and I'm like, please give me food. And you can't go anywhere. All the restaurants are closed till 8, which is fine. Listen, if it's a Friday night, Saturday night, it's great.
Here because it looks like we don't work because it's closed.
They do work late here. They do work late here. They work till 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock here. Quite. You know, they get home at 9 after a working day. You know, they finish at 8. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
kind of.
No?
Yes.
Well, you can set your own schedule. I mean, you can always. This is the thing. When we came to Coruña, we decided to adapt to the culture and to the customs and to the people, the new friends, and their way of organizing gatherings and parties and everything. And a key component of that is to have dinner at 10 p.m. or 11 or whatever.
Yeah.
Which we do. We usually have dinner on Fridays and maybe on the weekends that late. But the rest of the days, we try to keep. I mean, if we're at home, we try to keep our own schedule. Sometimes we cook at home. Sometimes we, order delivery.
No.
But we try to do what works for us. And
Which is? What time?
well, I usually have breakfast around 1 p.m. And then
1
I
p.m.
have
Breakfast,
Yeah.
1 p.m. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
and
too
then,
late
and
for
then
me.
I have
So you don't eat anything till 1?
The protein shake before that. Yeah, protein shake, then breakfast around 1, heavy breakfast, and then I have dinner around
Yeah, but that's the point.
6.
I mean, for me, it's like
7 probably.
it's light breakfast because I know people from the States that, like you, they like really, really heavy breakfast.
Well, the
they
thing
need
is
that.
I eat a heavy breakfast because I work out in the mornings and I run in the morning. So if I don't eat right
I
after,
run in the morning. Before breakfast, and then after
Yeah.
the running, I do the breakfast and I can
Right.
make it without problem.
So well, the bit I don't get is if you eat really late, it's like 10, 11 p.m. You finish eating at midnight, whatever it is. You get into bed. By the time you go to bed, it's midnight. It's 1 a.m. Something
Right.
like that. Then they get up. So how do you get up then every day at like a normal hour? Keep doing your life.
Yeah.
Please explain that to
maybe
me.
that's the reason why people is usually at
Well, they
these
have
bars
siestas,
and coffee shops with a beer and a cigarette at 9 in the morning.
Yeah, probably.
Right, they need to wake up.
But they also have siesta. They also have traditionally
do.
siesta, I guess.
Right.
I mean, I don't know how many Spanish people still do that. Not many.
You take a
Someone does,
siesta?
they just put a hand up. Okay, someone here watching does.
New guest.
But generally speaking, I think some do, and that's, I guess, how you do it. 'Cause if you have a power nap, then you can power through then till later.
Yeah.
By the way, we didn't mention about what's happening this weekend in Coruña, in Galicia, in Spain. Carnival. Do you know Carnival? Do you know what Carnival is?
No,
Yeah, Carnival as in parade.
it's a big party, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, it's our version of Halloween. New guest, new cameo again. And Carnival, it's our time. I mean, the States, they have Halloween to dress up and get fancy. We got that too because we like parties. But we have Carnival now. Oh, hello. We are doing this party in Spanish. So, o sea que vamos a estar aquí con Bea, hablando un poquito y preguntándole por el Carnaval en Monte Alto específicamente. ¿Cómo es? ¿Cuál es la diferencia con respecto al resto de Coruña? Que creo que se ve de una forma un poquito más especial, ¿no?
Yes, because people in Monte Alto enjoy a lot the carnival. In the rest of the city, people are not very interested in carnival. In fact, they come to Monte Alto to celebrate this party. And the carnival in Monte Alto starts with the entronización. How do you say entronización in English?
Really nice Spanish.
Entronizement of the
No,
King
that's okay.
Momo. The King Momo is a figure that represents the crazy life and relax of the behavior and start on Friday. And most people on Monte Alto put something on, not necessarily properly disguised. I mean, you don't need be smart or perfect. You only need to be happy and to be funny and whatever.
From bad to
Yes,
days.
whatever you have at home is properly to make a disguise. Here is special because this street and the other one over there close, and there are music and people eat, drink, dance. People is crazy in Carnival in Monte Alto, in this area especially.
So, by the way, you are dressed up as who exactly?
Pipi calzas largas.
Pi-
I don't know how Pipi calzas largas is
You
called.
you can Google it and just
Yes,
see
yes. Because, but
it.
this.
They know the meaning, but they are so mean that they don't share with us. We have pinchos, and a new cameo.
But my disguise is made with things that I have at home. I don't need
Okay.
nothing special.
I know. Thank you very much. Okay,
Thank you.
remember pinchos from last week, new one this week.
People in this city, even if it's a carnival, like it a lot. So, and
My
something
dinner.
very funny are the quilomberos. Do you know who are the quilomberos?
No.
Anyone was the quilombero? Oh, there are people that play drums the whole day, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday, until Wednesday, they are playing their drums the whole day, and it's very funny because it's like a bit Brazilian music. The Torres Street.
Yeah, faster than me.
The Torres Street is on Tuesday. People go to the street. With a disguise, yes.
Suits.
And very funny. And the end of the festival of the carnival is on Wednesday, the burial of the sardine, to enterrar, to burial, bury the happiness and the crazy life of all these days, and start a more peaceful life. Prepare people to a more peaceful life.
Yeah.
Come on to Monte Alto to celebrate the carnival.
Yeah.
We're waiting for you, you
To
all.
Pio Pio Bar,
Yes.
near to Plaza España.
So,
Thank you very much, Bea. Thank you.
welcome.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you ever so much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Remember to subscribe and all this shit. Yes.
Episode 2, we'll be back next week, same time.
Episode 3. Sorry.
Friday night drinks in Coruña. We don't know what we're talking about. We haven't got a special guest next week from Venezuela, Maras restaurant in Coruña, so we're going to have them joining us, which will be fun. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Take care, everyone.
Okay, bye bye.